What's up everyone, I'm Gooshy, and in this video we're going to be going over the Ronin bomber build. This build focuses on maximizing your ghost weapon damage, dealing the most amount of damage with every single piece of gear that you use. We'll also be boosting our status effect duration and damage, as it pairs perfectly with the ghost weapons that we'll be using. This has definitely become my go-to Ronin build, as it uses my favorite legendary item, the Demon Seeds. So in this video we'll be going over the gear that I'm using, the techniques, and finally the general playstyle that you'll be using. As a side note for all of you guys who have followed my channel for Ghost of Tsushima content, voting for Game of the Year is happening right now. And if you guys have been loving this game as much as I do, go ahead and go to the Game Awards website, which I'll link down below in the description, and vote. The whole process will take under a minute. All you have to do is connect your Twitter, Facebook, or Google account, and then vote for Ghost of Tsushima. There's also other categories that Ghost of Tsushima got nominated for. So scroll down, and if you think that Ghost of Tsushima did a good job in that category, go ahead and vote. And if you really want Ghost of Tsushima to win, you can also sign in to your other accounts and vote multiple times. And every vote matters, so take that 1 minute out of your day to represent the game that we all love. So with that, let's get started. As mentioned in the intro, this build is focused on maximizing our ghost weapon damage. So anywhere it's possible, we'll be taking the ghost damage increase property, which can show up on all our ghost weapons, and a stealth charm. The stealth charm is the only charm that can get that damage increase, and this property affects all ghost weapon damage, not just the weapon that it's on. For the first ghost weapon, I'm using the sticky bomb to take full use of that ghost weapon damage increase. Using dirt throw was not an option, as it's primarily not used for damage. And I'm using sticky bombs over the kunai so I can get more of a damage increase, as well as hit multiple enemies to build up resolve faster. For our second ghost weapon, we'll be using the Demon Seeds. If you watch my ghost weapon breakdown video, you'll know that I always like to run fired up, because with that perk it does the most amount of damage. I have tested out using deep bags to weaken more enemies, but because the weaken effect doesn't last that long on Demon Seeds, I found that fired up is definitely the way to go. So along with the damage increase on the Demon Seeds and the fired up perk, we'll be increasing that status effect duration, and then to increase the damage of the status effect, I have a property on my stealth charm and my bomb pack. To increase this even further, on my stealth charm I could use Fire Master instead of resolve increase, but I think that resolve increase is just way better, because even if you're going for high damage, healing your teammate and yourself is still your primary goal, and is important to the playstyle, which I'll go over later on in the video. For our ranged weapon, we're going to be using the bomb pack, and this is pretty much a staple to any Ronin build. But for the perk, since we're going for that fire damage, we will be using the black powder bomb. The bomb packs are the center for this build, as it's your strongest ability while in the neutral game. And when I say neutral game, this just means fighting without any of your ghost weapons or abilities. And since the bomb pack is considered as a ghost weapon, all our range attacks will also be benefiting from that damage increase. So if your Demon Seeds or Sticky Bomb is on cooldown, the bomb pack is a very important tool, as it provides a bunch of utility. Finally, we'll be using a water katana with Way of the Flame. Just like the bomb pack, while using Way of the Flame, it is considered as a ghost weapon. My water katana isn't rolled perfectly, so I'd probably change the ultimate damage to melee damage or something. And Way of the Flame is pretty much a staple to this build as well, as you can melt lower tiered enemies and get a big chunk of damage off the purple Oni. Next, we'll talk about the techniques that I'm using. We'll be using the healing incense just to get extra healing, and for our first perk, which is probably the most important, is the enhanced ghost weapons. This will increase all damage from ghost weapons by 50%. This plus all the damage increase properties on your weapons has a possibility of giving you a 110% increase to ghost weapon damage. For the second perk, we'll be using the resolve increase to get up to that max 5-bar resolve. And finally, for our third perk, which is pretty much a must for all Ronin builds, is Soothing Breath. Alright, so with all the gear out of the way, we'll go over the playstyle of this build. With this build, I'm pretty comfortable holding a point by myself on survival, as it's awesome with doing AoE effects to thin out the weaker enemies, and then slowly take down the larger ones. As you saw in the opening clip, while enemies are grouped up, I always like to use the sticky bomb at the beginning of the fight, and immediately follow up with the bomb pack, so both explosions happen at the same time. If timed correctly, this will do a big burst of damage, dealing a total of 8 bars of damage, which will easily take out enemies that aren't Oni or a brute. So in this clip, I immediately take out 4 enemies right at the beginning of the fight. If your sticky bomb isn't ready, another option is to use your black powder bomb. This again will do more damage than your regular bombs, as well as set them on fire. The next thing you want to do is set down your demon seeds. Your cooldown starts immediately once you use it, and the caltrops last a pretty long time at 45 seconds. From here, since all your abilities are used, you now enter the neutral game. Since you have your demon seeds on floor already, your positioning does matter, as you always want enemies to hit the caltrops, both for the weakening effect and to start the fire damage. Once they run into it, the enemies will stagger, which will give you the opportunity to follow up with your katana melee attacks. As said before, the weakening effect doesn't last that long on the demon seeds, so you want to take full advantage of that while it lasts. As I said before, your bomb packs are your best tool in the neutral game, and the way I like to use it is more for the stunning effect. So I usually like to open up the attack with a bomb pack stun, then with the water stance surging strikes combo, and then throw another bomb pack to stun them again. Finally, to take down larger enemies, or to quickly thin out lower tier enemies, I'll pop Way of the Flame to do big bursts of damage. Since we'll be using the bomb packs a lot, we should still be getting a decent amount of resolve gains. So if your health gets low, don't be afraid to pop your ult to get that healing for 8 seconds. Another option is to drop your incense, but I usually like to keep it in case of emergencies, as you really have to play around that specific area. One of the downsides of using the bomb pack is that you do run out of ammo pretty quickly, so if teammates are running smoke bombs with munitions, always pick up the extra packs on the ground, or don't forget to refill your ammo at the stations. The only other classes that really use the ammo stations are maybe the hunters sometimes, if they're not using headshot refund perks, or if an assassin is running the bomb packs as well. Also, don't forget that you can also buy ghost ammo refills between rounds to immediately refill all your ammo. And yep, that's pretty much everything you need to know about maximizing your ghost weapon damage with the Ronin. Let me know in the comment section down below if you're interested in this build and we'll try it out, or if you have a variation to this build that works even better. As always, thank you guys for watching, hope to catch you in the next one, and GG.